Strangulation is silent and very quick. And by the time we found her, she had already passed, and she was so strangled in it that we actually had to cut it down.
Why did this child die at only 3 years old? Watch closely to this video to hear her story and hear how you can help prevent other children from suffering the same. Emma's life was tragically cut short in a heartbreaking accident. Her story serves as a powerful reminder of the hidden dangers in our homes you might not have noticed. I'm Meg Conover, physician associate, and let's get into this story. I have been in touch with her mom, April, who wanted to share her story in order to help other children avoid the same fate. Trigger warning here, this story is hard to hear. It's also hard to discuss, and it was even hard for me to film. When you hear something like this, it stays with you. So view at your own discretion. But if you choose to view it, please advocate for all other children and families by sharing this content. Now, I want to pause here for a second and consider just how brave April is by sharing her story. What you might not realize is that these mothers who share these awful, heart-wrenching stories often get berated not only by trolls online, but also by people in their lives in general, family and friends, which adds to the heartache and trauma of the whole thing. This is a story of a complete and utter accident. April was a mom who took all the safety precautions and researched all the things to keep her kids safe. There was just one thing she never realized was dangerous. Emma was just 3 years old when the unthinkable happened. She was playing in her room for no more than 15 minutes, while her mother and uncle were in another room with her 2-year-old sister nearby. They were so close they could hear the TV show she was watching in her room. April described she must have pushed the toy box up to the window blinds. For some reason, she wanted to reach for the cord hanging from the valance above. April went to check on her and found her suspended. Her mother described what happened next. We pulled her down. She was hanging suspended. We cut her down with a knife, put her in the living room, and started CPR, called 911, but she was already dead. I was hysterical, yelling and screaming, laying over her. When we got to the hospital, she was already gone. I was waiting in the hallway. The nurses kept telling me it's not over until it's over, and keep the faith, but I knew she was dead. Emma's story reminds us all of the importance of corded blind safety. Even when cords seem to be out of reach, accidents still occur. Corded blinds can be silent hazards in our homes and schools. In the United States alone, accidents like Emma's have claimed the lives of innocent children. More than 600 children are treated each year in the U.S. emergency rooms for injuries related to window blinds. Over 400 children 8 years old and under have been strangled to death. Another story involved a 3-year-old. He was playing on the top bunk bed in his room when he wrapped a blind cord around his neck, thinking it would make a nice necklace. Pleased with the results, he attempted to climb down from the bunk. He then began to walk down the ladder, she explained. As the cords tightened, he panicked and tried to yell for mom and dad to come, but nothing came out. He scratched at the cords to loosen them. All he could grab was skin. At the last attempt to get free, he jumped, and that very jump saved his life as the cord broke. His mom wrote, "We heard a loud thud, his jump, and then his loud scream." This was not just any scream, it's one I have never heard in my life and will forever ring in my ears. April, Emma's mother, told me, always keep an eye out for everything that's safety related. Do not ever think you're safe because you're invincible, because you're not. So what can we do to protect children from such tragedies? Here are some of the essential steps you can take. You might think, as I did, that tying the cord up or getting a cord anchor would be enough, but that's just not true. And that is the first thing April told me when we spoke. My house is full of corded blinds. I ordered a cord anchor, but shortly after I returned them and decided just to remove all the blinds in our house myself, except these in my husband's office that are soon to come down. The cord that Emma died from was tied up. Children can untie cords, get them down, and still get stuck and injured or worse. Remove corded blinds. Consider removing them entirely from your home. Replace them with cordless blinds or with curtains. Educate family members, friends, and caregivers about the risks and dangers associated with corded blinds. In memory of Emma and all the children affected by corded blind accidents, let us unite to create safer homes and share this video. Together, we can raise awareness and save lives. For more information and resources, visit the links in the description below. Your actions today can make a difference in a child's life. Until next time, I'm Meg Conover. Stay safe, stay healthy.